right, it says we are live.
Awesome.
Perfect. Well, hello everyone. Happy Thursday can you guys believe that it is April already? I was doing calls with somebody earlier today and putting a date on a contract, and I was like, oh my gosh, it is April. It's just crazy.
It doesn't feel like April here, though. It's freezing still.
And that's funny. We're planning on going in the pool later. We just had Rob turn the heater on, and because it's supposed to be like, I don't know, 83. So warm enough to definitely be in the pool if the water's warm. So, all right. Well, who's hopping on? Guys, if you're hopping on live, drop in where you are joining us from. We are, let's see here. I see that we've got people on. I'm going to have it up on my phone. I can't see.
Yeah, to see if...
So guys, do a favor too. When we use StreamYard, your comments don't show up as who you are on my screen here unless you actually click on a comment to basically show it. So I think there's a thing up top that tells you to grant StreamYard the permission, if you can do that. And if you could, that would really be awesome, because I think you only have to do it one time and then it stays in there. So that'd be great.
Trish, I don't see us live in our group.
Oh, really? Well, I see people commenting.
Oh, here we go. Yep.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. So I see Darcy put her name in. I see someone from Oklahoma City, someone from Virginia. Ruth, can you see their names?
I do. Hi, Louise. Hi, Deborah. Kylie, Darcy, Angela, Jennifer, Sasha. Hey, guys. How are you doing?
Awesome. Well, we have got, oh, good. Rob just posted the link in the comments, guys. Hi, Kylie. How are you? Rob posted the link in the comments there, so you guys can click on it. And then you only have to do that one time. And then from then on, your name will always show up. So it's just giving us permission. So thanks for that. Hey, Karen, how are you? I appreciate it. Oh, Sasha, yay. People are clicking on it. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. I just like to know who I'm talking to, because otherwise it just gives me like Facebook user. That's it. So, well, guys, we are going to dive right in. And I'm going to just really share with you, we've got a great training today on some things where people are always asking questions, they're always asking how to talk with people. And, with the experience that Ruth and I have, not only in our network marketing careers, but really through coaches, this is something we do every day. And, as you guys are, learning how to, meet people on Facebook and reach out to have those conversations, it's super important that you actually know how to have a conversation so it's not really awkward. Because otherwise you get on a Zoom with somebody and you're just going to be like sitting there and staring at them. And that's really weird, right? You want it to be natural. And when you can get it to be natural, you're going to find you're going to close more and more people into your business, whether it be customers or whether it be, business partners. So we want to help you guys with that today.
So guys, drop us some love hearts if you have ever felt anxious getting onto a call with someone where you're going to be presenting your business or your products. I know I certainly did back in the beginning. I would get so nervous because I didn't really know what to say. So if that's you, drop us some love hearts, and today's training is really going to help you out.
Awesome. Oh, yeah, I'm seeing hearts.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Yeah, we have all been there. And truly what we're going to teach you today, guys, is going to make it really simple if you follow it. And honestly, what I'd like to do later this week is find someone who we could set up like an interview with to do here in the group live, because I think it'll be really helpful. But the thing is, I really need to do it with someone who I've never met before, because it's much easier than just role playing if you can truly be real with it and be doing it with someone who you've never really had the conversation with. So we're going to be looking for some volunteers. So if that's something you want to do, make sure to message out to us about that. All right, so I am going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys. Let's see. I think I'm going to get to... Bear with me 1 second. There we go. All right. So what we are calling today is the mastering the conversation, and really how to avoid those awkward conversations with people. And so we are going to dive right in. So our mission, guys, is to help motivated leaders launch a profitable business in 90 days or less. And the skill sets and stuff that we are going to teach every single week are things that are going to help you do just that.
So in case we haven't met, we're Trisha and Ruth. For those of you who don't know us yet, we have a lot of new people coming into this group. We have been in network marketing for 20 plus years. I think it's closer to 30. We've been entirely online now using attraction marketing. We used to build old school back in the day, but we have learned some skills and brought our business online and now can actually do our businesses from home, not running around to hotel meetings and malls and crazy things like that. We're both marketing coaches, and for a big internet marketing company, we feel mentally and physically on fire. And we purposely take care of ourselves because the energy we can bring to the people we serve will only happen if we take care of ourselves. In the past 3 years, we have coached more than 3,000 struggling network marketers. So we're in the field. We know what the struggles are, and we know how to help people get over them. We're both six-figure income earners. And guys, we are super passionate about helping people achieve results. That's why we show up in this group every single week to deliver this kind of content to help people out if they're struggling.
All right. So guys, here's what we're going to cover today. We are going to help, excuse me, let me just start all over again. We're going to help you figure out how to increase your list and close more people. The secret number one is what to say when meeting or speaking to a prospect for the first time. Secret number two, how this 4-step method will have prospects wanting to know exactly what you do and how they can join you. And secret number three, how to get those people actually into your business.
We got a real fun comment here. Christopher says, y'all are on fire.
Who said that?
Christopher.
Oh, thanks, Christopher. Good to see you here.
So why this is different? Most people in network marketing have this common belief that you should message people or spam information about your products to your prospects. And guys, literally this morning, I had 3 messages from people that I didn't know that included videos about their products and links because I should take them because of COVID. It's like, really? I don't even know who you are. Most network marketers go for the sale before they build any kind of rapport, any kind of trust. And more often than not, people are saying no, just like I said no this morning, right? Because there's no rapport, there's no trust before someone's trying to make a sale. Most companies and uplines don't teach how to pre-qualify a prospect before ever even giving them any information at all.
All right. So this is for you guys if you are wanting a simple way to build rapport and bring in more quality team members or customers. It's also for you if you love the idea of network marketing, but hate the idea of only sending copy and paste messages. And we do not teach that at all. And it's also for you if you're ready to start a health and wellness biz with us, or, if you just want to make sure that you can be able to talk to people, but you also want to be with people who have systems and success trainings in place, before making that decision. And I love this. Someone wrote in there, guilty throat punch. I love it. But what I can share with you guys is, using just this, Ruth and I, our team here, we've put in just 12 new people just in the last several days using this exact method we're going to be teaching you guys today.
Yeah, it was a good week.
And it's not over.
Oh, so this is not for you guys if you're not open to learning a new approach. Okay, sometimes learning new things is not easy, and we can stay comfortable in the things we are currently doing, even if they're not producing results. So if you're not open to learning a new approach, this probably isn't for you. If you like to take the easy road and keep doing what you're doing simply because it's easy, this is not going to be for you. If alternate aging or health and wellness isn't your thing, it's probably not for you. And if having some fun isn't for you, then this probably isn't for you either, because we really like to have a lot of fun.
We do like to have a lot of fun. And I got to tell you, this last week has been a lot of fun. We've really enjoyed it. And yeah. So guys, why is this important to you right now? Okay. So this is how the top 1% in network marketing are doing their businesses, right? And if you're tired of wasting time talking to deadbeat prospects and the rejection is getting you frustrated and you're ready to learn attraction marketing, this is super important to you right now. And if you have anxiety about asking for the sale and you're not really sure how to ask for it effectively, this is important because right now, guys, more than ever, Ruth and I have been building on this online platform for a couple of years. However, right now, everybody's being forced to build on this platform and not everybody's ready for it. And that's, what has made this so great for us and why we've capitalized so much in the last couple of weeks is because we've already had systems in place and people are ready. And more than ever, we're teaching these skill sets to you, to our team, because we want to make sure that we can help you maximize your time and what you're doing and really be able to bring in key people into your business.
And really, I just want to expand on that, Trish, because a lot of us here in network marketing, and drop me a me if this is you, part of your heart in this business is to help other people succeed. I know that's why I get up in the morning. And right now, there are just so many people struggling. And if you have a success system that you can share with them and know how to share it, then not only will you grow your own business, but you're actually going to be able to serve a greater purpose. So super important time right now that we're living in.
For sure. For sure.
Okay, guys, so our goal for you is to equip you with the knowledge and skills that you need to finally build the business of your dreams and achieve the life you desire. We want to see you win in network marketing or in really whatever business you're trying to build online.
Yeah. And for a lot of you, it may be the first time, right, that you're really getting that win, but we want to make sure you've got those skill sets so that you can do that.
We've got a lot of people here, Trish. Our community is so amazing, saying me, Mara, Darcy, Ed, Sandra, Elaine, Marlo.
Love it, guys. Love it.
Awesome. Yep.
So guys, real quickly, again, mainly because we do have a lot of new people here, and it's just to give you a quick, behind the scenes journey for Ruth and I here. Prior to attraction marketing, we built old school and experienced massive amounts of rejection because we believed everybody was a prospect. And as we, teach you guys, not everybody is. We felt the anxiety of asking for the sale because the expectation was no. And it was really super awkward, before learning really genuine ways to be able to talk with people. We felt awkward asking for the sale because we didn't have the right words or process in place for it to be effective for us. Also, we needed to make a massive change in how we were building so that we could actually start having success on social media. And knowing how to use it is crucial. And I think obviously that's why a lot of you guys are here in this group is you want a better way because you've learned that these spammy tactics aren't working for you. And as we've invested in education and mentorship to really learn these skills and not just learn these skills, but learn how to implement them effectively so that we could actually get the results we were looking for and then duplicate it within our team. All right.
Okay, so here were the breakthroughs, guys. We both created 6 and multi-6-figure businesses in under 2 years using attraction marketing. Collectively, as I mentioned before, we've coached over 3,000 individual network marketers who were struggling and teaching them attraction marketing. Several of them earning their first 5-figure months ever in the industry. We are committed to a higher level of holistic health through alternate aging that really allows us to perform at our own optimal levels. We're consistently on our leaderboards have done this consistently through a simple ATM system, that is a little bit different than some of the ATM systems you might have seen out there. And we really became masters at closing. And so often, Trish, you hear network marketing leaders saying you aren't really in sales. It's just about sharing. Well, guys, give your head a shake if you bought into that, because until you learn how to take a person through a process and actually have them sign up and commit, sharing sounds real nice, but it doesn't work that well.
No, it really doesn't. Not at all. All right, guys. So how would it feel to be confident about what you do next in your business, right?
Drop us love hearts, guys. Let us know if it would feel great to feel confident in knowing what to do next.
Yes. And how would it feel to build a team of motivated, connected, and excited people? I know for me, this has been one of the best things about learning the skill set online, is to actually have a fun team to put together where I'm not dragging people along with me anymore, right? Having people who actually want to lock arms and run with you. How would that feel, guys? If that is you, just drop us a me, okay? And how would it feel to have a system that duplicates so that your team is experiencing massive success? Because prior to attraction marketing, we didn't have this. We literally did everything ourselves. And, right now we are seeing massive success and our teams are already duplicating. It's amazing. And how would it feel, guys, to know exactly how to take people through a 4-stage process that made asking for the sale easy and successful when you did it? And if that is you, just drop us some dollar signs, right? Because in the end, that's what it's going to result in. So let's just be real with that.
Look at lots of me's. We got a supersonic.
I love it.
Guys, I love it. So fun. Okay, so let's dive into these 4 steps. So secret number 1, what to say when speaking to a prospect for the first time. So the first thing is, and you've probably heard this before, it applies in the online space just like in the offline space. And I think that's where some people slip up. They feel because they're online, they can jump right to the sale. But the beginning part of this is really building know, like, and trust with your prospect. And people will not join your business or buy your products until they know, like, and trust you. And that's why sending out those sort of spammy copy paste messages generally don't work. You have to send out thousands of them before you get one person going, yeah, I'm interested. And I know it. I used to do it.
Me too.
The struggle is finding common interests to talk about with someone that you have just met and you have very little knowledge of, right? So where do you start, and what happens if you have nothing in common? So let's talk about that. One of the things that we certainly do when we first meet someone online is I go check them out. I put my detective hat on and I go check their profile. I see if they have a fan page. Sometimes I pop over onto Instagram to see if they're on Instagram. And inevitably, when I look through their content, I'm going to find some kind of commonality. When I find that commonality, I go, okay, I got it down. And I actually have a notebook that I write things down in so I can keep track of the conversations that I've had. And really, it's a matter of now creating a relationship. So it's hopping onto their profile or their page, leaving some really nice comments, maybe making a compliment on one of their posts so that they see you as sort of a friendly person, and asking a question. Now, asking a question is key because it's going to allow you to keep the conversation going. So often I see people that I work with and they're in Messenger and they're going, hey, I hope you have a wonderful day. And that's great. That's really nice. But asking a question is going to allow you to continue to engage with that person and really create that rapport.
For sure. All right. Move it to the next slide, guys. So secret number 2 is how this 4-step method will have prospects wanting to know exactly what you do and how they can join you. So guys, if that would feel amazing to you, give us a hand raise or something. Just if you want people on your team, give us a hand raise. All right. So the reality is, guys, is that most network marketers are not taught how to initiate a conversation with people, right? You're just taught to send that copy paste message or just, reach out to your friends, and you're never really told what to say. So you call and then it's all awkward. And then you finally get somebody on the phone, right? And then you tend to literally vomit your company product services all over them. Like you literally just throw up all your information on them. And guys, that is not a good feeling, right? It's not a good feeling, one, to be doing it, but it's certainly not a good feeling to be on the receiving end of where you're just being blasted with information, right? And the combination of the two above things are what most network marketers do, or sets most people in network marketing up for failure, right? If you guys, first of all, guys, if you have been a part of this, if these are things you've done in the past, and it made you fall flat on your face, it just drop me a vomit below, right? Because let's be real, that's what it is. But the problem is, there are 19 million network marketers in the USA alone, and 97% of them make no money, none, right? And Ruth and I talk to these people all the time. And the reason, though, is because they've never been given the right skill set to actually really have a good conversation with someone and to know where to get started.
Darcy says, I'm a vomiter. I'm a vomiter too.
I think we've all been there.
So what can you do differently? So we will teach you this simple 4-step method where you will learn how to have a normal, not a weird, face-to-face, genuine conversation every single time, non-selling sales process. Doesn't that sound amazing? A non-selling feel to the sales process. The method is called FORM, Family, Occupation, Recreation, Motivation. Using these prompts will allow you to get to know people better, faster, and will keep your conversations from feeling really awkward and kind of vomity.
Yeah. And, I just wanted to add, guys, too, because Ruth and I talk to so many people all the time, it's interesting. I'll have people reach out to me later saying, hey, can you teach me how to talk to people, the way you did me? Because I had this great conversation with you and never in it did I feel sold. And, it's not only in the coaching, but it's even, with our network marketing, as we're bringing people in, is people genuinely feel you're having a conversation with them. They're never feeling like you're being pushy or weird. They're just opening up and getting to know you. And that's what you're really looking for. All right. So step 1, what you want to do is you want to start by talking about their friends and family. So when we talk about the family piece, the first step, the F, right? It's asking them some questions to really get to be able you'll be able to relate with them. You're trying to figure out what it is that, truly you're digging for information to figure out what it is that you might have in common. Because when you can find some commonalities for people, and it really just makes the conversation go much smoother. So a good example would be, so tell me a little bit about yourself, right? Are you married? Do you have kids? Because you're always looking for those subtle clues when they have that conversation. So if someone's like, oh yeah, I'm married and I've got kids, I can come back with, oh really, I've got 3 kids too. Do you have boys or girls? So it leads you into that next question very, very smoothly, right? Some other little things you can look at, obviously, is, do they have a wedding ring? If they do, you can ask them, are you married? Does their phone, screensaver maybe have a picture of their kids? And what kind of watch are they wearing? Now, that one sounds weird, but here's the thing. Rob and I were out recently, well, several months ago now, actually, but we were at this event. I think it was like an Oktoberfest thing, and there weren't many tables available. So we had 2 empty seats and some people wanted to sit with us. Well, these are 2 random strangers, that we knew nothing about. So we kind of started sparking a conversation, but I noticed the guy was wearing a Garmin watch. Well, people who wear Garmin watches are typically runners or some type of athlete. So I just asked, I said, are you a runner? You know, do triathlons? So what is it? And he's kind of looked at me. I said, I see your watch. You've got a Garmin, means, you know, you're doing something. It opened up the door, and then it turned into, we found out that we'd been in races together and everything else, but it totally opened up the door to all these new conversations without it being weird. And we knew nothing about these two people who sat with us before that. And by the time they left, we were, I would say we were friends. It was pretty cool. So just having things like that will be super helpful, you know, when you're trying to have these conversations.
Okay, so step 2, you're talking to them about their career, not job. For example, what do you like most about your career? If you could change something, what would it be? Again, a question. Are you happy where you are in your career? If you've built some rapport, you can ask them, are you happy where you are financially? Would you like your salary to go up or down? If there was one thing you could change about your career, what would it be? So again, it's about getting curious about the person, right? Because when we get curious, it gives us lots of clues about where the person is at. Maybe there's some pain points in their lives, and you know, it's those pain points that perhaps you have a solution to help them solve those points with. So, you know, these are just some examples of questions you might ask, but it's really about truly getting curious about where that person is at.
Yeah. And one thing I want to point out too, the reason we say career and not job is you just don't ever want to put down whatever it is someone is doing, right? And so when you phrase it as career, it just sounds more professional. And that way, you know, you're not, I don't know, some people just get touchy on certain things, and you want to make sure not to do that. The other thing too, is you want to be kind of specific. So that's why, you know, in that next first example says, what do you like most about your career? Instead of saying something like, so do you like your career? Because you're going to get a very different answer if you're more specific with your question. And when you say most or least, it's going to make them actually have to respond with something specific back to you versus, yeah, my career's okay, right? So hopefully that makes sense. Guys, if that makes sense to you, just drop us a thumbs up below so that we know that.
And one other clue on that point, now that you're on that topic, Trish,
Yeah.
get accustomed to using the word specific, because then you will get a specific answer. You won't just get a yes or no or some fluff answer. Asking like, what specifically do you like about your career? And then that makes people think and give you a real answer. So using the word specific and incorporating it into your questions and dialogue is really, really effective.
Yeah, because if you don't get specific, people are just going to give you surface level answers.
Yeah.
And surface level answers aren't going to help you when it comes time to close them.
Mm-hmm.
You need the details, because you need to be able to use that. I want to say as ammunition, but really it's going to become a tool in your belt when you can know more about them. All right. So step 3 is you're going to want to identify what they like to do outside of work. So in the form, this is recreation, right? So you want to know what they want to do for fun. What do they do to unwind? And it's a simple question, right? What do you like to do outside of work for fun? You know, like, what are your hobbies? What are sports? Do you again, looking for clues, can kind of maybe give you an idea of some questions to ask. Like, are they wearing a sports watch? Do they wear running shoes? Things like that. Because many things that they do or how they appear are going to give you a clue to what people like and do. But this is, I love it too, because it's really showing that you care. But in the end, again, what you're looking for is, 1, to really find out more about them. But 2, when you can find commonalities, it's going to allow you to match and mirror with them and really be able to, I asked, I think when Ruth and I first talked, we talked that, we both did Ironman races. And I was like, oh my gosh, seriously, I did one too. And it's just finding those common interests, because when you have those common interests, it makes that know, like, and trust, 1, build faster, but also be stronger.
I'm just looking at our comments here, Trish.
Yes, please. I can't see them all.
Okay,
All right.
so let's hop into step 4. This step is not really a question to ask, but a determination on your part about what to do next. Okay, we really want to find out whether our opportunity is going to be a good fit for that person. So asking questions to get people kind of into what we call a dream state. So I want you to remember that generally, people don't join teams and network marketing businesses for features and benefits. They join as an emotional response to something that they want in their lives. And too often and I've done it too, guys, so I'm not pointing fingers at anyone. When we're verbal vomiters like I used to be, just talking about the features and the benefits and the comp plan and all the ingredients and the products, it's not, you're not looking for, you're not appealing to people's emotions, right? You're appealing to the practical side, their logical side, and people generally don't make decisions based on that. They will make decisions based on emotions. So these types of questions listed here will get people into an emotional dream state about what they want, and your solution will really fill the gap from where they are right now to where they want to be. So let's dive into these questions. So questions like, what were your childhood dreams? I mean, so often as adults, we forget what we dreamed about as a kid. But I bet you if each and every one of you took a minute right now and thought about it, like, what did I want as a kid? What did I dream about? I bet you it would elicit these emotions in you. I know when I'm thinking about it right now, all these little hairs on my arms are standing up. Like, that's real. You can ask them, do they have any aspirations? Would they like to go to university to study? Would they like to travel? Are they aiming to get a promotion by the end of the year? What kind of hobbies do they enjoy? The one that I love to answer is, if I had a magic wand, what does your life look like in 2 years? If you could have anything, where are you? What are you doing? What does it look like? Why is that important to you? How does that feel? Right? And those types of questions they'll lift people up, right? And that's what you want to do. You want to lift people up so they're in their dream state, where you can then identify, maybe there's a gap in terms of what they're doing in their life and where they want to go.
And I just got to share with you guys. So first of all, if you could feel those questions that Ruth was asking you guys, drop us some hearts, right? If you all of a sudden really got thinking, and maybe you're now thinking to yourself what you want your dream to look like, right? Or gosh, what have I not accomplished yet that I've always wanted to accomplish, right? Don't give up on those things. Those are your dreams. Those are so important. But I can share with you, this is so powerful. And, I've had the pleasure of really getting to, work alongside Ruth and hear her, go through this sometimes with people. And it's amazing. And both of us have had conversations with people that when you get into this dream section, a lot of people, they really get emotional and will break down because they realize that the decisions they've been making aren't getting them closer to where they want to be. They know they need to make a change in life. And this is where it's so powerful, because then when you've got that opportunity to offer to them, they're ready for it because they know they need to make a change.
And the other thing, guys, is I remember when I started asking questions like this, number of years ago, it felt a little bit awkward in the beginning. It was like, who am I to be asking these questions, right? But if you've ever heard our presentations before, the way we behave in our business is like a flashlight, okay? If you think about a flashlight, you can only shine it out or in. And if you're holding back from asking questions like this, asking real questions, you're shining that flashlight in at yourself, worried about your own self-worth, your own insecurities. And it's only when you shine the light out at the other person that you can really serve them. You can really help them by helping them realize where they're at in their life and helping them dream again so they have the possibility of making a change.
Yeah. And it's powerful. It really is, guys. And I'll tell you, we've had people who just like thank us when we ask questions like this because it allows them to really dream again, like Ruth was saying. The other thing I wanted to add, and Ruth mentioned, the asking question part, how important asking the questions are. It even when you're overcoming objections, for those of you who were on that interview last week with Jesse, he was saying, when someone asks you something, take what they said and ask, switch it around a little bit, but ask it back to them. And it's the same thing here, asking questions is always going to allow you to get deeper. And then when people have these realizations, they realize they've made that on their own. You've not told them anything. You've not, put words into their mouth or anything like that. You've allowed them to remind themselves of what it is that they wanted all on their own. And that is really powerful because that's not telling at all. That is allowing a person to just mentally really get back, where they once were and knowing what they want going forward. It really helps them get clarity. So it's super powerful.
So guys, if you're understanding the power of this, the power of asking these types of questions, hit some of those love hearts just so we make sure that you're grasping this concept, this important concept.
All right. So secret number 3, how do I get them into my business? I think that is probably the question that everybody wants, right? Or answer to. How do you get them into your business? Well, so guys, now what, right? Once you have formed them, that's how we call that. So you're doing that. You can really determine if they're a fit for you and your business, right? Assuming that you're at a presentation with this person or, they're at least interested in your business. The big question is, how do I get to my business? Now, a big part of this, sometimes after having these conversations with these people, you may realize they're not a good fit for your business, and you may not want to even ask them to be in your business. And if there's any advice I can give, guys, don't just sign up people to sign up, right? You really want to sign up business partners. I know in the past, Ruth and I have both built big organizations where we have recruited tons and tons of people, but they were never really the right people. They were, people who just wanted to get started, but they weren't really people who wanted to build a business. And I can tell you the difference, like today we are partnered with people who want to build businesses, and it is so different. It is so much more fun, so much more exciting, so much less stressful too, because it's just a different vibe. So really take that information that you've learned about them and now figure out, do you want to go forward with the next questions or not? Are they going to be a fit for your business? All right.
So the big question, obviously we're here to talk about a business, right? Let me ask you a question. If what we have can get you whatever it is they told you about, that's why asking those questions is so important. Are you willing to take the time out of an already busy schedule to make it happen? It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
And you've got to ask these questions, and you've got to go for yes or no, because both are great. And I know you've heard that before, but when you get a no, you can move on. And sometimes when you don't get a no or a yes, it tells you a lot about whether you want to do business with that prospect. So I even know in the past week, Trish, we've been doing a lot of recruiting into our team, and some of those people just didn't get back to me. And it's like, hey, that's my answer, move on, right? It tells you a lot about the type of person that is, so that you can make a determination whether you want that type of person on your team who isn't a decision maker. So lots of clues in people's behaviors.
Yeah, for sure. And 2 things, guys. One, if you are finding value, drop us a value below. And Rob just wanted me to let you guys know that we actually have a PDF on this. right? It's a whole PDF that goes through this in more detail, so you guys can actually have access to it, go through it, use it, memorize it. But if you drop a form in the content or comments, so FORM, I believe that it's going to, the chatbot's automatically going to send you a link to download that document, that PDF, so you guys will have it for your business.
Yeah, gotta love Rob and the chat bot.
I know. We love Rob and the chat bot for sure. All his technology. Let me tell you, that man had a couple sleepless nights because he went to bed and his brain wouldn't shut off. And I don't know what it is, but when he pulls all-nighters, man, he gets creative and comes up with so much new stuff. You guys have no idea what is coming for next week. Ruth and I throw out a couple things, and then Rob takes it to like 10 levels beyond. So we're so excited. But a couple things too. Good. I see lots of forms coming in. Perfect. But what I always want to, what Ruth had asked there too, a couple things with this question worded the way that it is one, when you go back and say, if we can get you that, so what, everything they told you, so they just told you exactly what it is that they're looking for. In that next sentence, are you willing to take the time out of an already busy schedule? So when you throw that in there as well, you're overcoming that time objection right away. So now they can't even tell you they don't have time because you've just already, you've prefaced it. You already know they're busy. And this is just key, using specific words, when you have those conversations with people. All right. So just like we were saying before, when we, what is that, that's in quotation marks. Like I said, it's that previous question. It's that you're reiterating their motivation. You're reiterating what it is that they want to change. Maybe they've been stuck. Maybe it's, getting that dream. Maybe they need more money. Whatever that was for them is what you're going to repeat to them. So for example, if I was talking with John, and after forming him, his big motivator was to have more time to spend with his family and have a little extra income as well, I would say, so obviously, John, we're here to talk about a business, right? You ask that question because you're keeping it light. You're getting them to agree with you, right? So let me ask you, if what we have can get you more time with your family and put some extra money into your pocket, are you willing to take time out of an already busy schedule to make that happen? And then you just wait, okay? And you wait till they answer. And if there's a pause, it's okay. Just keep waiting. Right? Don't speak. Whoever speaks first loses. So you want to make sure that they speak. And I say that somewhat jokingly, but seriously, you want to wait for their response and see. But typically when you phrase it like this, they've already built this connection with you. They're feeling comfortable with you. And you've just answered all their questions for them, right? You've just told them how you can solve their problem. And that's, something that, Ruth and I talk about all the time is you have to learn to become a good problem solver. Well, this is solving their problem. You found out what the problem is, and now you're giving them a way to solve it. Would you agree, guys? You're probably going to get more yeses doing this. And if you agree with that, drop me a yes in the comments, okay, if this makes sense to you.
It's so funny, Trish, that wait makes me laugh.
But you and I both know that when you do this right, they're practically begging you to know how to sign up.
It's so funny. When I wait, and sometimes we're at big events and we're all doing sales. When I wait, I'm like stone face. And it's so tempting to say the next thing. But really, if you just sit there stone face, it does wonders.
Yeah, maybe stone face with a little smile stone, right? So.
Okay, guys, things to remember. You want the conversation to really feel as natural as possible. It really just is a conversation. So let's talk about that for a second. The only way it will get there is if you start having conversations. The first one might feel a little robotic. The first one might feel a little bit awkward. You might feel totally out of your comfort zone asking these kinds of questions. But the more you do it, the better you're going to get. And the best way to get good at it is just have a buddy and role model it, practice it. The more you practice, the more it rolls off your tongue. Finding ways to relate to the person by matching and mirroring makes it pretty simple. So for example, if someone mentions they have kids, I would ask questions like, how many? How old? Do you have boys or girls? Get curious. Then you would respond, I have kids too. I have two girls, they're both adults, and make it relatable. So you're matching and mirroring what they're doing and they're saying, and you can actually match and mirror their body language. That's a little bit more advanced stuff that once you get good at the dialogue, you can move into. The more you're able to do that through the conversation, the easier it's going to be for them to start liking you. Okay, this is about creating that know, like, and trust. And the purpose is to bridge the gap between not knowing a person and knowing them, feeling like you can relax in their space and trust them. That's how you build know, like, and trust.
Yeah. And the great thing is, guys, this here again is initial conversation with somebody. This isn't necessarily where you're going to go into a presentation. I mean, it could, depending on what their answer is, right? But it's that before conversation. It's that pre-presentation, what you're doing before. And so, and like I said, most of the time it's going to be that first conversation. So when you're talking with people and finding people on Facebook, these are some of the things that you want to do. And if you're able to get somebody on a Zoom, get them on a Zoom and do these things, because it's much easier. But when you can do this and really start to build that rapport with them, your results are really going to start to skyrocket. There's just no way around it. Knowing the right language just makes such a huge difference. And I know when I first went through, a lot of this training here I did with one of our leaders, his name is Mazafar. And I got to tell you, I had gone through something similar years ago, but not as clearly defined as this. And I guess now it's been almost 4 years ago since I did this for the first time. And, but I can tell you that my results went through the roof, because I, for the first time, really felt confident having those conversations. And that's when I started finding more quality people, because I wasn't just giving in and trying to get a yes with everybody. I really was evaluating a little bit better, and just having those better conversations, allowing people to really feel comfortable too, where they didn't have to make up some lame excuse at the end of why they didn't want to join. Most of the time they felt so good that they wanted to know more. And that's what we want to help prepare you for, is then, getting them to the point where you can show them more.
So guys, drop us some thumbs up if you're committed to practicing these scripts, particularly if you're not comfortable having conversations like this. Drop us some thumbs up, make some commitments today that you're going to get better at these conversations and the dialogue so that they roll off your tongue. So drop us some thumbs up if you're going to commit to your business today and get better at these things.
All right. Oh, good. I'm seeing some thumbs up.
Awesome.
So I've got a couple things here, a little extra we want to share with you. One, we want to let you know that we've got something really exciting coming, that it's something that we started to put together initially just for our team. We were looking for a way to help our team be able to generate more leads, faster leads, things like that. Organic things are great. And, but there's lots of different ways that you can do it. And then as we got thinking about it with, where things were decided, you know what, we actually want to put this offer out to all of you. And it's really not an offer. It's really just a tool for you guys that we're putting together. But so just stay tuned, because we are going to be giving some more information on that next week for sure. I think you guys are going to be excited. And then we've got a few other things too.
Mm-hmm. So just for those of you who are watching, and I'm always reluctant to do this in this group, but for those of you who are watching, guys, and it's only for you who are maybe struggling and looking for mentorship, looking for help, looking for maybe a change in your business, there are some pretty unusual circumstances and pretty pretty big opportunities to take a look at joining us right now, particularly. And I really can't publicly disclose them right now, but there's a lot of things happening on our team. It's growing fast. We recruited in 12 people so far this week, and we are growing big and teaching our team to duplicate with the systems we've created. So if that's you, just reach out to us if you want to have a conversation. Certainly, if someone brought you to this group from our team, then we will absolutely refer you back to that person. But happy to have any conversations, especially in these times, because if you find yourself or your family or people in your circle who are struggling, maybe they've lost their jobs, maybe, there's a lot of stuff going on out there right now. We know we have a system that works, and we're here to serve people. So I just want to put that out there to you because of the times we're living in right now.
And just to share too, some of the things, our company, as amazing as they are, our CEO really wanted to do something, what he's calling, it's called it's called an agent support package. And they put together some programs to help us be able to help the community right now in this time. So as most companies are, closing the doors, laying people off, we are approved as an essential product line. So all of our stuff will keep shipping. We unfortunately know of a lot of companies that's not the case. And the other thing is that they've put some things together to really help people come in and have what we call a discovery period with what we have. And so you can take a look for practically nothing to see if it's even something that you want, but position yourself in a way that if it is something you want, you didn't miss out, right? So if you really have any interest at all in just taking a look, even if you're not ready to commit, that's okay. The other thing too, our ambassador group, I know some of you are in it, but just so you know, our team members get access to that group for free as well. So lots of perks. We have lots of tools coming, and but just wanted to share that with you. So if that's you, just please don't hesitate to reach out to us and or whoever put you in this group, because we want to help you in as many ways as we can. We want to help people right now who are hurting because of this craziness that's going on in our world today.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, guys, that is it for today. I hope you got some value from this, and we appreciate you, and have an amazing rest of the week, and we will see you again next Thursday.
Bye for now.